Welcome to another episode of Dev Lantern. I am excited to bring to you another great video. Optimizing your website for speed and search is crucial to the success of any businesses, which is why I have brought on a great and amazing guest who will help us and guide us through this process. Hi, Grace.
Hi, Aisha.
It's good to have you here.
Thank you.
You look great.
Thank you. You look good too.
Thank you. Anyways, I'll be coming for this your for your dress because I hope you're size 10.
Maybe like size 16.
That's not possible. All right. So could you please tell us a bit about yourself? How long have you been in the tech space? Your experience? How is it like?
Well, I'd say I've been in tech space for about 5 years.
Wow.
Yeah. Right now I am a full stack engineer, mainly focused on the front end.
Okay.
I've had the opportunity of working with like companies across different industries, like
Okay.
fintech, the retail space,
Okay.
and now customer service. Yeah.
Wow, that's great. So when you say customer service, you build CRMs or
Well, so my company built a tool that allows brands to get feedbacks from their customers in the form of video, audio, or screen recording,
wow.
and then we transcribe that those recordings with AI to give the customer service agents better context to be able to serve their customers better.
Wow, that's great. You must really, really be doing a great job. Wow. I hope to get there one day.
Well, thank you.
Yeah. So, talking about website optimization, why do we need website optimization? What's the importance, especially for non-developers? Why do they need to like worry about it?
Well, so web optimization is pretty much just about like improving the performance of your website. So there are like different, matrices for like improving the performance. It can be like speed, it can be like search engine visibility. It can also be like user experience or how well like your website converts.
Okay.
So, but pretty much it's all about like being able to like really improve the performance of your website.
Okay.
And as a business owner, right, since you use your website for your business, you definitely want that when people come to your website, they are able to convert or like you make money out of them. So like making sure that your website is optimized, like for example, if your website is really slow, people will get frustrated and leave.
Definitely.
Like research has shown that like if your website takes like more than 3 seconds to load, like 50% of your customers might just, leave the website. So for business owners, I think that like just knowing like what it takes to like have your website optimized is good. Although developers are the ones that will, implement maybe the technical part of it, but it just affects the entire business generally. Like for example, your marketers, if your website is not optimized for search engine, right? Even though your marketers are like doing like great job with ads and like if they're really doing a good job, when people come to the website and it's not really loading fast or like if your website is not visible on search engines, then all of that effort will like be to waste. You'll not be able to get organic users and stuff. And like even the sales, right? Most times websites, we use websites for like sales and conversion, and if it's not really optimized, that means you will not be successful. So I think even though it's developers that work on the technical part, it still affects like other departments in the business.
Definitely. Yeah. So that brings us to a role of content delivery network. Yeah, CDN. So what is the importance and when can we know like, oh, we are supposed to implement it now? This is when we are supposed to use it, and this is when we are not supposed to use it. How do we determine that?
Well, so first of all, start by talking about what like citizens are, like content delivery network. You can think about like, let's say you have friends like across the world. Let me just say like maybe a 5-year-old kid, right? And you have friends in different parts of the world, and you want them to like be able to maybe use a toy that you have, but if before you send it to them, it will take weeks. Definitely. So you probably say, okay, maybe I can, order this toy from somewhere close by and send it to them so that they can receive it and play with it.
Yeah.
So likewise, these CDNs, right? They create copies of your website on servers that are closer to the users that are accessing your website. So if someone is in, like, let's say your server is in the US and you have users in Tokyo, CDN can, create copies of your website on their own servers that are closer to users in Tokyo, and then it makes it really fast for them to be able to load your website. Like, it just improves the speed of your website.
All right. So when can we determine when to use CDN?
So you can use CDNs like if you have a global audience, like if people from different parts of the world are accessing your website, then CDNs can help like create copies of your website on servers that are closer to your users so that it's fast, like it loads fast for your users. Also, if you experience like high traffic on your website, since the CDN like creates different servers, so those traffic will not go directly to your server. It will go to the servers of the CDN. So that makes it that reduces the traffic that comes to your own server and like just
increase speed.
Exactly.
All right. So what tools do you recommend for monitoring speed for our website?
Well, for a developer, the first thing that you would want to do is like use your dev tools, like the Chrome or like your browser dev tools. You can be able to see, like in your network tab, you can see how like the data loads, if there's any blocking content, right? But then you can also use other tools like Google Page Test and Pingdom, GT Metrics. Yeah, those are tools that people who are not developers can also use to just see the performance of a website and then know how they can improve.
All right. Okay. So how important is content structure to website optimization and to search engine optimization?
Well, so the structure of like having a really good structure in your website helps search engines to be able to rank your websites better. They can be able to crawl your website and get information and then use it to rank in a search. So having the right HTML tags, like the description meta tag, can also help. The description meta tag is what you see, like maybe if you search for a particular website, it's usually what you see like on the search engines, and can also help like users decide that they will click on your website like based on what they see in the description. Yeah, talking about like also being able to crawl your website better, right? When you have good structure, then Google or other search engines can be able to crawl through your website and rank your page or your web page better.
All right. So this content and website optimization, it's just based on what we're trying to achieve here is business success. So I'm sure some businesses face some challenges. So in your own experience, what are the biggest challenges that you feel like business face in maintaining and in monitoring their website optimization?
Well, so over time, like when people, like maybe the first time that you build a website, you're like, okay, it looks okay, we are optimizing, but over time you guys build more stuff. I think I've seen this happen a lot, like in startups, right? You guys are just constantly building and adding more stuff to your website, and you forget to continually like keep these practices, keep web optimization strategies. So I think yeah, that's one thing. Like once they continue adding more code, adding more stuff to your website, and then your website grows larger, you forget to apply these content optimization strategies.
So what are the biggest challenges business face in optimizing their websites, and how can they overcome this?
So in terms of like search engine optimization, one thing that can be an issue is the fact that search engines tend to change their algorithms from time to time. And so I think like businesses should, or like also developers too, they should like keep up to date with like the changes in the industry and like changes that Google or other search engines make to their algorithms. Then in terms of speed, sometimes we tend to add lots of plugins to our website. As the application grows, you want to like do some analytics. So then you'll be adding different plugins, and also those plugins too, they might also be updating their own code. So you don't even really know that your code is growing. So I think from time to time there should be like an audit to check like, okay, this plugin that we installed like 10 months ago, do we still really need it?
All right.
Stuff like that. So just make sure that, although plugins are good, right, but you just need to make sure that
they're updated.
Yeah, you make sure that you check from time to time that you really need it, and you only install plugins that you need and you use. Yeah. And then also over time, like the code tends to grow and become bloated. So, and then you guys might forget about some things that you guys do to optimize your page speed. So I think that there should be like I would say more like, I wouldn't say rules, but like principles that you guys apply like from time to time, like the image compression, what's it called? Code compression. Although most of this stuff are done by libraries. So if you guys can, if developers can use libraries and frameworks that already have some of these things inbuilt, then you won't even have to worry about it.
Yeah, I get that. Okay, so talking about developer, that will bring me to, so what are the things that developers do? I know you've explained some of them right now. So what are the other things that developers do that reduce its speed on the website?
Well, I think something that we tend to forget is that on a website, there's also like back-end services that can sometimes support the website. And when those back-end services are slow, then the front end or the web application will not be as fast.
Yeah.
So things like your SQL queries on the back end, if possible, optimize them so that when we are fetching data from the back end, it doesn't take so much time. And if possible, reduce the number of HTTP requests that are made on the web application.
All right. So based on your experience, what are the case studies you can share with us that probably the challenges you faced that affects business or let me say should I say business speed or website speed right now? So just give us few case studies. Yes, just some examples that that is relatable. Yes.
Okay, so I can talk about like the projects that like the company I work with recently.
Okay.
So I explained this earlier. So we build like an application that allows brands receive video or audio feedback from customers. So one problem that we had was that after the users come on our platform on the website and they record a video or an audio, and then they try to send the audio message or the video message, right? It was taking a lot of time to send. And the reason why was because after the user records their video, I then send that video data, we upload it to the backend then uploads that data to our like cloud storage bucket where we store like video files.
Okay.
So that time that it takes for me, like the front end, to send the video to the back end and then from the back end to upload to the cloud was making it really long. So what we did was that instead of the web application like sending the video to the back end, we generate like an authenticated URL that allows us to upload the video files directly to cloud storage, so reducing that
wow, that's great.
reducing that time that it goes to the backend. So that was like 50% time that was reduced in sending, like in completing a message that you'd send. So for that, we didn't really track it. We didn't really track like the output, right? We didn't really track it because we're just starting now. We're just like a startup then. We're still a startup, but we're just starting now. But I'm sure that it really improved.
Okay.
Because if as a user you want to send a video and let's say you made a 1 minute video and it's taking more than 1 minute to send, you'll be frustrated, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, that was one example. So
Okay.
As I said before, right? Sometimes it's not just the front end that has to be optimized. You also have to optimize like the back end and your process.
All right.
Yeah, that's one.
So that's one. So that's one. So you said you worked with fintech. Do you have any challenge based on this optimization?
Well, one time, so even the fintech tool was back-end optimization, right? So I don't think it's. I've already talked about one back-end thing that we help the front end. So it would make sense to give another example of like something that we did on the actual website.
Back-end people look bad. Please. I'm sure front end too, you are doing your own. So tell me front end, tell us, yes, front end issue that you faced. And back end, yeah, let me hear. Yeah, tell me.
Okay, so I think still on this company that I work with and this project, this was more of like a content and like UX optimization that really improves let me see our conversion.
Okay.
So when people come to our website, they can record audio, they can record video, right? Okay. And they always end up recording audio, and the brands prefer that they receive video so that they can get more context and be able to help the user better. All right. So one thing that we did was make sure that when the user opens their camera, because sometimes when they open the camera and it's facing them, they don't like to record anymore. So we now added the options for them to be able to switch the camera to the back camera, and also like made it open the back camera by default, so that if the user wants to give feedback on maybe the phone that they bought or the food, it's already on the back camera, and then they can video and they don't feel like they have to show themselves. The other thing we did was also make sure that the video recording button, the option to record video, was the first thing that was highlighted, more like the call to action, so that they would want to click the record video option first. And then we also added like some tutorial video to help. And all of those things that we did like actually helped us like get more people to record videos through our platform. We were using a analytics tool to track that. So this one, I'm certain for sure like we saw improvements after we implemented all of this. So that's to show that so like optimizing like your website, like the user experience, as well as the content also can help really optimize and make you successful as a business.
All right. Thank you so much. That's awesome. And I believe we learned a lot. I learned, and I'm sure our guests also learned a lot from you. And it's good to really, really have you on the show. Also, don't forget, I'm still coming for my dress.
I'm size 16.
All right. I believe you learned a lot from Grace, our stack developer. So don't mind she's talking about backend. It's front end, it's not backend. So yeah. So in order to have a great website and in order to have a great search on your website, I believe you can go through the video again if you want to, and you can also reach out to her. Like, can we reach out to you?
Yes, please.
All right. So you can reach out to Grace, and we are going to add our link, our LinkedIn or Twitter page or something. We're going to add it on the screen so that you can check her up and ask questions. You can also drop your question here. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Follow us on our socials. Like and share with your friend. Don't be selfish. Till we meet again. See you again. Bye. And don't forget to stay tech savvy.